Okay, this tutorial in AppMaker 1, we're going to go through creating a travel guide, which is going to show you many of the basics of how to use AppMaker 1. So when you first log in, you'll be presented with some templates. If you don't see that, you can always click templates up here at the top. And we're going to use Travel Guide 3 as our teaching template here. So I'm going to select that, and this gives you, shows you kind of what it's going to look like. I'm going to choose use this template. I can give it any name I want. Let's just call it Louisville Travel. Louisville Travel. And there are no spaces allowed in this. And we'll create. We have the option to create it for a native iPhone, iPad, Android, Kindle, or web app. I'm going to choose Android. Later on, when we complete the project, we can easily, with just a couple of clicks, turn it into any of these other types as well. We'll click Next. No tabs, standard tabs, custom tabs. I'm going to go ahead and click Tabs, and you'll see why in just a little bit. I'm going to click Next. And here we can change the accent color. We can change the primary colors, make it light or dark, whatever we want to do. We can change the content style. The different colors are available here. The app icon, we can choose that here, change it to what we want. We can change the splash screen. These are the app pages that come as a default on this particular template. I'm just going to click Done and use all of the defaults, and all of that stuff can be changed later anyway. Now, the tabs. You have tab 1, and here's what tab 1 does. These tabs will be consistent on every single page to help you navigate your app so that you don't create pages with no way to get back to the home page and that sort of thing. So the first thing we're going to do is let's click Edit Pages. And tab 1, anytime you create an app with tabs, tab 1 is going to be your home page, or the first page that's seen. Okay, so this is tab 1, what we're looking at. If you would not have put tabs in, it would have been index.html would have been the first page. But we did put tabs, so tab 1, we can edit that tab. And we're actually editing this particular thing. First thing we're going to do is click the design. I'm going to take out these things on the left-hand side because in the case of what we're doing, we're just not going to need them. So we're going to get rid of them. And they're being stubborn to get rid of, but we may have to go into the HTML code and look at all this code. We can look at all this stuff we can get rid of whatever we want in this code. Now this is a little more difficult when you run into a template that's being a little stubborn. We may be able to click the Layout tab and click, and that's probably going to be our best way to do it. How about we double click it and click Delete. Double click that one, click Delete. And all I'm doing is double clicking these and clicking Delete because we're not going to use these in our template. Okay, so here we are. So we've gotten rid of all those. I'm going to click that area and delete. And now what I've done is now I have one full thing here without all that stuff on the side. I'm going to click the design button now. And I'm going to come down here where it says to travel is to live. And I'm just going to highlight it and I'm going to start typing. I'm going to type Louisville, Kentucky. So now we have a travel guide for Louisville, Kentucky. That's going to be our front. I need to click Save. And then finally click Done because I'm finished with this. Notice the app name is up here at the top. And if I click tab 2, these are pre-designed to go somewhere or another. but then I can always click tab 1 and go back into tab 1. So this works a little like a website. So it's pretty easy to do. All right, let's create a page. Let's go to tab 2. And notice there's nothing in it. We'll click the edit button. And what we're going to do is we have to click design. I'm going to come down here and click insert image. I can insert any image that's here. Now there are no images of ours in this yet, so I'm going to first choose the Bella Louisville. I have an image called Bella Louisville on my computer. I just dragged it in here. I'm going to click choose. I'm going to click on it. Actually, I'm going to click and drag through it and then click the center button. Now it's centered. Just going to press enter a couple times, and I'm going to grab some text about the Bella Louisville. And I'm going to get rid of this right here. So now I have Bella Louisville and some text, and I will click save. And I'm now finished with the Bella Louisville tab. So I'll click done. And you'll see that from tab 1, which is my front, I'll have tab 2. I can click and go to the Bella Louisville. And you can see how easy that was. Let's go to tab 3 and click edit. And we'll click design. We'll click the insert image button. And this time I'm going to choose the Science Center. And there's going to be an error happen. I did this on purpose because I want you to see it. Science Center is an invalid file name. Let's try that again. I want you to see it again. Because there's a space here between the word science and the word center. It does not like spaces. So on my computer, I'm just going to rename that photograph to Science Center with no spaces. Drop it in here, and voila, I've got a winner. Click and drag through. Click the center button. Click to the right of it. Press enter a couple of times. I'm going to go find some text on the Science Center. And I'm just, from my computer, I'm using Control-C to copy. And on the app, I'm using Control-V as in Vagabond to paste. I'll click Save. I'll click Done. And now, go to tab 1. Here's the beginning. On any of my areas, I can click tab 2 to get to the Bella Louisville. Tab 3 will get me to the Science Center. And I can go on, creating all of my different tabs as I desire. Okay, now I'm back on the front page, and I have this tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, tab 4. Now, do you really want to see tab 1 sitting there? Probably not. So as we begin, you can see there's all of these different areas here on the right, and one of these areas is going to contain the answer to changing that tab 1 to some other name, or maybe even getting rid of the tabs altogether. So I'm going to try and see if navigation settings will do the trick for me. And so we click on that, and there's the text where it says tab 1. I'm going to change that to start. And for now, I'm just going to click Save Changes and Done, and let's just see if it did anything. Okay, so it changed the name to start. Now, probably what I don't want, really, when I go to tab 2, it goes to Bella Louisville, tab 3. Well, what if I have 20 or 30 items for it to go to? Do I want tabs running across here where I've got to scroll through all my tabs? Probably not. So probably what I want to do is have a menu. I need to probably create a brand new menu of my different items. So I can have my start, that's fine. And I can choose to make my start tab the actual menu, or I can leave it as is and maybe change tab 2 to a menu, and then go from there. So let's try this. Let's go to tab 2, or I'm sorry, go to Edit Pages. And as soon as that pops up, we're going to click under tab 2. We're going to edit that page. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to eliminate this Bell of Louisville page right now. It's going to kill me, right? So what I could do actually, let's click done. I think what I want to do, instead of just killing that page, I don't want to redo it, right? That's too much trouble. I know it was pretty simple, but it's still too much trouble. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tab 2. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to duplicate that page. And as soon as it pops up, instead of calling tab 2 copy, I'm going to call that Bell, because that's my Bell of Louisville, and I'm going to duplicate it. Now under tab 2, now I'm going to change tab 2 altogether. Instead of it being the Bell of Louisville, I'm going to make it a menu. So I'm going to click edit. And as soon as that pops up, I'm going to convert the page. Now up here at the top, it says convert page. I'm going to convert it, and I'm presented with all of these things again, and I'm going to find some menu types. Here's a bunch of menu types. I can hover over each one of these and get a preview of what it might look like. And you can kind of, whatever you decide you want to do on that. And all of these, of course, once it's on there, you can make changes to it to make it look better. Okay, let's use this just for fun, the iOS 7 style menu. And notice over on the right, this is going to be important, this menu will work with Apple and also Android. If you have any one that doesn't work with one or the other, then you're going to have to change it when you change to your other thing. Just as an example, down at the bottom, PhoneGap only works on Apple. It will not work on Android. So if you're creating an app that's going to be both Android and Apple, I would avoid using anything that is only for one of the items. Okay, so now I clicked on iOS style menu. It's going to look like that. I don't even know if I like that. Let's go. I might choose another one. I don't like that either, really. This one's, I kind of like this content menu. I've used that. People tend to really like that. So I'm going to choose content menu, and I'm going to choose convert. So now it looks like this, and of course you can change all of these items, and it's very easy in this menu. So this go to page 1, probably don't even need that. So down here, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in the title, Bell of Louisville. And my image, I don't have an image for that right now. We can do that later. But the link is going to be, I'm going to click this little arrow, and I'm going to click Bell, because that's the Bell of Louisville. Now I'm going to save, and I can also write a description of the page. I could just put Riverboat as my description. Save. Done. Now, tab 2 is now a menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Done up here. And remember, we went to Navigation Settings to change the tabs. Tab 2 is going to be Menu. And then I'm going to choose, let's make that capital. Let's save the changes. And now for tab 3, I don't need a tab 3. I only want 2 tabs in this instance. So I'm going to delete tab 3. And I'm going to delete tab 4. And unfortunately, when I did that, I think I deleted one of my things I should have duplicated. So now I'm going to have Start and Menu. And so I've got Bell of Louisville. So I now need to go ahead and recreate the other page. I've forgotten even what the page was now. I think it was the Louisville Slugger or something. So let's go to Edit Pages, and let's add a new page. And the new page, we'll use a blank HTML for this one. We'll call it Slugger. and we'll add the page, and we'll go to design, and let's see, I think we already have that icon in there. Oh, maybe we don't, so I'll just add it. Louisville Slugger, add that in there, highlight it, center it, add some information to it, save and done. Now we go to our tab 2, which is our menu. We'll edit that, and under go to page 2, we'll change that to Louisville Slugger. And we'll change the description to the story of iconic baseball. And the link, we'll click the down arrow, and we'll go to, I think we called it Slugger, and we'll save, and we're done. And you see, here's the basics of all of it. We will also need on this menu to change these icons to whatever we desire. So let's click Edit again, and I'm going to show you how to change those icons. Very easy. The image is right here. You click this, and right now this is it. Now the easiest way to do this, we're on Content Menu Item 1. Let's download that. And then what we'll do after we download it, we'll open that in GIMP, and we whatever we want to put in there, we will get into GIMP and make it the same size as that. Okay, I will show you how to do that. I'll just go ahead and go. We'll find that, open it in GIMP. It's over in my downloads somewhere. Where is that thing? What was it called? I don't remember what it was called, so you know what? I'm going to click this again. It's Content Menu Page Item. Alright, so here it is, Content Menu Page Item. I'm going to right click. I'm going to open with GIMP. And this one I'm working on is the Belle of Louisville. So that's the image I'm going to be working with. Comes up in GIMP, and I'm going to find that it's 75 by 75. So all I'm going to do is then, as we've done in GIMP or Pixlr, whichever you choose, is you're going to put a picture of the Belle of Louisville in a 75 by 75. So it'll fit correctly. Okay, so I'll stop the video for a second while I change the size of my photo for the Belle of Louisville into a 75 by 75. So I'm going to click my content item. I'm going to drag my, I called it Belle of Louisville Small. I'm going to choose that, and notice it puts that icon right there. So I'll click Save, and done. And so you see I have my Belle of Louisville. And I'm going to do the same for the Louisville Slugger and all of the other items that I have. So that's it for this lesson. Go ahead and change all of these to the different attractions in Louisville and change these photos. That'll be your next step.